Great to have you join us on this week's episode of the program. I'm Melinda Akinlami. I hope you're enjoying the month of December. We have some interesting art events to spice up your day. Let's take a look at some of them. From an exhibition by several contemporary artists at this gallery in Lagos, to the revelation of some rare pieces created by a veteran artist at the National Museum. Then a solo show at Rele Gallery, all taking place in Lagos. We'll enjoy that and more when Arthouse returns in a moment. Do stay with us.
Art is solace. Art is vision. And when I pick up a literary work, I am a consumer of literature for its own sake.
Let's begin with this exhibition by 3 contemporary artists at the Signature Beyond Art Gallery in Lagos.
The creative prowess of 3 contemporary artists, Ibong Ekwere, Ali Rahim and Adeni Yolariwaju, is seen at the Signature Beyond Gallery in Lagos in this exhibition called Interwoven Forms.
Imagine the name of the artist is the title of the show, Rahim Ebong and Olani. It's a quite interesting exhibition to say because if you look at Mr. Ebong, he's been on the system. He's been on the system for a long time, been an old cover, and Rahim coming up as well is not just any upcoming artist.
It's an interplay of breathtaking sculptural pieces and paintings to celebrate each artist's ingenuity over the years in order to give the audience more excitement, calmness, and appreciation of variety.
What I see in the 2 artists' work is like the energy that is in the works, the way they carve through the wood. It's not easy. Majority of the artists that we have today as wood carvers, that painstaking is not there. You can see the energy cutting through the wood, which we call the in-depth of wood carving. And if we observe these days, I think we are getting, the artists concerning wood carvers are reducing in number because wood carving is not just ordinary art. It's a lot of work. It takes a lot from the artist to get the wood, to bring it to reality, sketching on it, and cutting into a piece that we all are done today. Is really a good job. I give it to them. Kudos to those wood carvers.
Art is life, and we have the ability to create art to heal. We also have the ability to create art to heal from the hearts, from other people to see, and believe. We interpret the work of God.
The beautiful works I see around here, and I can tell you that the artists, there's no artist who, especially the works of the woodworks are very fantastic. The textural quality, the presentation by the artist, I like. The style at which the artist had employed is something that I like, especially for that of Ali Rahim. He's somebody I have known for a while, and I see him go places.
The sculptors and painter explain what each of them brings to the exhibition hall.
I got inspired by day-to-day activities like things around my neighborhood. Each time I walk around the area, I get inspired by things I see, like day-to-day activities, people's struggles, people hustles. Each time I walk around, I see how people suffer to make a living. I just said to myself, okay, this is what we need to tell the world, like especially in this hard time. So I just said to myself, okay, let me just do some sketches about, if you see the works, like some of them are street scene, Jumat prayers, like where people are praying, and several things about the whole process.
Olani is he has already carved a niche for himself, because if you look at his own style of oil on canvas, it's very close to digital art, whereas his palette, brush and oil color that actually used to get that medium done. And if you look at it, it's semi-abstract and you can really interpret those works. And I believe this art, it worth all these collectors to add to their previous collections because they are great works.
When I'm standing it, I title it Ego, that is Ibiraga. The second one, I title it Aromantic, because aromantic sometimes just like a smell that can take you back as a memorable event. And this one I'm standing by, I title it Kiss the Bright. The other one I title it Thoughts, because a lot of people are going a lot of things in Nigeria. It's exactly present now, because it's not easy for even we as an artist too. We pass through a lot, and before we can make a sales, it takes a long time, because it's not everybody that value art. So, but some people that really know the value of art, it's just like a good, they will go for it.
The works, they are very engaging in terms of dynamism, in terms of texture, in terms of forms. They have really, put the best out. And I also believe that their best are still coming. So the three artists, they're fantastic. When you look at the woodworks, the finishing and, the forms that they have been able to manipulate, it's alarming, it's highly commendable. Then the painting also is, the drama in the painting is actually engaging the audience more in terms of laying down the detail and bring much more drama into it in terms of a cubic approach. I think I really enjoy that side.
So impressed to see his works. I wouldn't say he passed through me. It's like a process, and the dividend I'm seeing today. And I have spoken with him, and I told him to keep the fire burning. Life is a process. Foundation, engagement, and execution. I think it's like a process, and I have this belief that better is the end of all matter than the beginning thereof. I believe this is Fox's strong exhibition, and he has made some great statements, and the success I envisage will be the essence of it all.
The signature Beyond Art Gallery has been showcasing a blend of artists from the young, contemporary to the established hands.
From that interesting exhibition, we move to the National Museum for the unveiling of these artifacts created by veteran artist Professor Ben Enwonwu.
A red carpet is rolled out to receive visitors at the National Museum in Lagos to celebrate the creative prowess of the veteran artist, Professor Benedict Enwonwu. In this event, which sees the National Commission for Museums and Monuments, NCMM, collaborate with Coronation Group Limited and renowned fine art auctioneers Bonhams.
Ben began to perfect his art, and the rest, as they say, is history. Here we are, many years later, gathered today to honor his greatness and appreciate the intricacy of his work.
It's a remarkable event by Coronation, of course led by Mr. Aiga Imokwede. And it's something very nice to happen in our country and society at this moment. We should be projecting more of our culture because really that's what opens up our economy as well. If you talk about tourism and of course earning forex.
The need to acknowledge and salute the modernist artists who gave Nigeria visibility in the artistic global space has been emphasized by these art patrons.
Enwonwu is probably the greatest modern artist in Africa. He had a very long and very illustrious career from the 1930s to the 1990s. He produced great works like Enwonwu that we see here on the facade of the museum. He was instrumental in the construction of the museum, and his works are in high demand all over the world, and very interesting to look for them and find them in all corners of the globe.
Mr. Ben Enwonwu is really one of the national treasures, not only of Nigeria, I think of Africa. Seeing the world through his eyes, through his artistry, for me as a black person, as a Nigerian and as an African, is really very empowering and is very encouraging. To see his interpretation of form through his sculptures is something that I think every Nigerian and every African should be privy to.
This painter and sculptor was one of the most influential artists in the 20th century. His pioneering career opened the way for the post-colonial proliferation and increased visibility of modern African art.
I think Ben Enwonwu, for me, like most people, became my North Star, my exemplar, even as a child. And so when you look at Enwonwu, and it's such a beautiful sculpture, which defines in many ways what Enwonwu stood for. And you see Enwonwus everywhere across the world, and people, want to own them and are ready to really pay serious amounts of money to own them. Then you know that this artist has transcended one country, one continent, and the whole world in terms of excellence.
This exhibition now is absolutely amazing. It is so wonderful to see his statue of the Queen outside on display where it should be. But it was extra special to see all of the information that showed us how it was made, all the photographs that he took of Her late Majesty the Queen, to build up this really incredible statue. And I also really loved seeing all of the extracts from the newspapers that talks about the context, talks about the excitement of the correct excitement of Nigerians that their sculpture, their fantastic sculpture, was having this opportunity, and also the British media thinking, oh, what's happening here? But it was absolutely brilliant.
This legacy exhibition is to give art lovers a taste of Professor Enwonwu's enduring influence revealed in these rare collections, which includes his 1957 masterpiece portrait statue of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II.
Talk about celebrating the legacy. Let's take a moment now. When Arthouse returns, we have another captivating exhibition in Lagos. You definitely won't want to miss that one, so do stay with us.
And these are the works of art you sent in this week. Let's begin with this one by Toyin Ajayi, done with oil on canvas. This is Lagos. This is how Soji describes his mixed media piece. Then The Struggle is an oil painting on canvas by Oscar Tambam.
Looking Beyond is an acrylic and newsprint on canvas work by David. Then all the way from Argentina, we have this pastel work done by Gustavo Martinez. It's called Happy Woman. Then Babatunde Ogunlade is showing us the Lagos market with this acrylic on canvas piece. Ezekiel feels it's celebration time. After all, it's almost Christmas with this oil on canvas work. Then we wrap things up with another oil on canvas work. It's done by Tunde Abiodun. It's called You Are Still an Innocent. And that concludes the works of art you sent in recently. We really appreciate you, as always, for sending them in, and we're still expecting those Christmassy themes and the new things you'd like to see on the show as we count down to 2025.
How to Hold a Moonbeam is a solo exhibition by this artist at Rele Gallery in Lagos.
The Rele Gallery in Lagos plays host to contemporary artist Enwonwu Sonyaolu's second solo exhibition called How to Hold a Moonbeam, inspired by a discussion with one of her parents.
It was inspired by a conversation with my mom. She was talking with me, and I remember zoning out while she was talking with me because I got lost in thought. I started thinking of moments when she's no longer here and how the things she has brought with her might fade away. But I'm human, so it's normal to think of death sometimes. But I found myself bringing myself back to the moment because I was missing the conversation with her. And that was me basically trying to hold on to the moment because it was gradually becoming a memory. And so that was what started the whole project, talking on memory and how we try to hold on to it even if it moves.
Natural progression on the themes of human decisions, solitary reflections, and transient experiences characterized her show.
But for this project, I mixed 3 different materials. I used oil, I used acrylic, and I used charcoal. I think the layering of those materials also sort of references time too, because I'm building something from what it was, and it's more like you as the viewer now, you don't know where this painting is coming from, where like the foundation of the painting, I built it from somewhere to somewhere, and I think it sort of references what was, like a memory of how the painting started to what it ended up with. So I built on materials of charcoal, oil, and acrylic to achieve.
I'm really inspired by the approach she has taken with the sculptural pieces, like the way she transcended her paintings from actual paintings to a sculptural work, and you can still see like the reflection of the paintings in the sculpture. They're not just like the normal sculptural pieces. It's sculptural pieces made from a painterly perspective. So it's really inspiring, and it pushes you to think more and how to approach your own works too, and how to think out of the box.
This strong abstract painter is inspired by the techniques used by Western painters, infusing light and texture in ways that evokes a profound sense of calmness.
I think one thing people point out a lot is the texture. I tend to use a lot of paint. It's a style in art, it's impasto, so basically using thick paint on canvas. I like to describe it as sculpting with paint sometimes, so I do use very heavy paint because I tend to enjoy a tactile experience. I also love sculpting with paint, and my palette is me playing with with complementary colors. It's me playing with the color wheel in general. I enjoy, my process of mixing color is also an important aspect of my practice because I really enjoy mixing color, matching colors. It's an enjoyable process. I can't explain it except to experience it, yeah.
The works of art present a deeper reality, so it's more than meets the eyes. One of them is explained by the artist.
That behind is a picture of my niece, actually. My works are abstract figurative, so they tend to play with the eyes, so you might not necessarily see the figure immediately, but that's the idea of it. It's meant to make your eyes wander. So I titled every piece here the date I took the reference of the painting.
From an artist's perspective, Enwonwu's works are awesome, right? From the color usage to the way she was able to use the color, the wet on wet, the heaviness of it, and the impasto, right? Everything is just on point. Like, I'm wowed by the old paintings.
This artist was awarded Female Visual Artist of the Year 2018 in her graduating year, and for this show, she interrogates the transient nature of life.
Lovely reflections there, especially as we wrap up 2024. It's good to be thankful and grateful regardless of the highs and the lows. Now it's time to check out what we have in store for you on the next episode of Arthouse.
On Arthouse next week, Collecting Now, an exhibition at Yemisi Shalon Museum of Art within the Pan-African University, Lagos. To some solo shows from The Way We Are at Art Pantheon Gallery, Lagos. Childhood Bliss, Healing for the Inner Child exhibition that explores themes of innocence and nostalgia through creative expressions at Rele Gallery, Lagos. We encourage you to keep liking, sharing, and viewing our page so more people can enjoy the ever-bubbly and ingenious art scene in the country.
Your Arthouse experience doesn't have to end when the show is not on television. Interact with us on our various social media platforms. See any edition of Arthouse on our website or YouTube page. Join our very interactive Facebook page by joining the group on Arthouse on Channels. We're everywhere.
That's Arthouse this week. Thank you so much for making us a big part of your day. And remember, keep interacting with us on our various social media platforms where you can see this and other episodes of the show. Let's also know the new things you like to see on the show as we count down to the new year 2025. I'm Melinda Akinlami. Have a great time.